Hey everyone, thanks for joining me in this video. The reason that I'm doing this video is because we decided that it would be really fun to do a little bit of a lead up into the reveal of our new Bible study that we're going to be starting on February 1st with Orillia Women's Connection. And the reason that we kept it a secret is because we've had a really difficult time deciding what study we're going to do. And the reason for that is because we had about 3 studies that we were looking at, and to be honest, all of them looked so excellent. And so the deciding thing was really, yes, we want to do all 3 of these, but what order are we going to do them in? And so that's how we've come to this conclusion. And so I'm very excited to reveal to you that the study that we will be starting on February 1st is Beth Moore's Entrusted. And this study that you'll see is a study of 2 Timothy. And what I think is so neat about this study is that Paul wrote his letter to Timothy. This was the 2nd letter that he wrote to Timothy. And it's believed that Paul wrote this near the very end of his life. And he probably knew that he was going to die soon. So can you just imagine if you had a friend, someone who had mentored you, and they knew that they were going to die soon, what kind of things would they put in a letter to you? They wouldn't be frivolous. They would be really important things. And so he wrote this letter to Timothy, pouring out his heart to Timothy, telling him to carry on in the work that Paul had started with him. And I just get emotional thinking about that because I think about my own life and how I want it to count. And when my life is over, I'd like to be able to pass on the torch to somebody else. So this is going to be such a great study for us. And I just want to read you a little excerpt on the back of the book. One of the verses actually from 2 Timothy is a very familiar verse to you, and we are going to be looking at it in more depth. And it's the verse that says, I am not ashamed because I know the one I have believed in, and am persuaded that he is able to guard what has been entrusted to me until that day. And that's 2 Timothy 1, verse 12. But here is just a little paragraph that Beth has written. Final words can be compelling. In Paul's final letter, he charged Timothy, his beloved son in the faith, to not be ashamed to fulfill God's call on his life. So in this 6-session study with Beth Moore, we are going to be challenged to do the same. And it goes on to say, God has a plan for you. He has entrusted you with his gospel, and he has gifted you to carry it to the furthest reaches of this planet. He's calling you, my dear sweet sister, to be his mighty servant, willing to face whatever difficulty you encounter as you carry out his mission. And the charge is guard the deposit that has been entrusted to you. So that's what we are going to be charged with and challenged with in this study. So starting February 1st, we are actually going to have a kickoff event. It's a Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. And you'll hear more about that on Facebook and through email. And then the study will actually start on February 8th and 9th, Wednesday evenings at 7, Thursday mornings at 9:30. And the book will cost $20. That's all the cost there will be for the study. Free childcare will be provided on Thursday morning. We will gladly accept offerings to go towards paying our childcare workers. And other than that, we just want you to come and be blessed. And we know that we are going to have such a rich time in God's Word. And what's so unique about this study that Beth Moore has done, I know some of you have done some of her studies, and sometimes they can be very in-depth and you feel like there's a lot of homework. Well, there are 5 levels that you can participate. And so the first level is if you want to just come and participate in the sessions, in the video sessions, the way we're going to actually do it is we are going to watch the video first. So at 7 p.m. on Wednesday and at 9:30 a.m. on Thursdays, we'll come, just grab your coffee. We'll start the worship time and then the video. And then the group time will be discussion primarily about the video. So that if you don't do the homework, you won't feel like you have been left out. So that's the first level. The second level is to participate in the video segment and to do the weekly homework assignment. Now, I know from personal experience, and I know a lot of you know this too, that you get so much more out of the study when you do the homework. So I don't want to discourage anyone from doing the homework. I really want to encourage you to do that, but there's no guilt. There's going to be no condemnation if you don't. So you can choose how you want to do it. The third level is you'll participate in the video sessions, you'll do the homework, and there's a spot in the back of your book where you will handwrite the entire book of Timothy throughout the study, throughout our time together. So that'll just solidify it in your mind. We did this with the book of James when we studied the book of James, and it's so neat to be able to write out the whole book. Level 4 is to do all of those 3 things, and also to read excerpts in our workbook that are called Next Level with Melissa. So once again, Melissa, Beth's daughter, has participated with her, and every so often in the book, probably about once a week or twice a week, there are some extra tidbits of things that she's done that are researched by her, and where she's looked up maybe some what other scholars have said or something about the background of Paul or Timothy. So that would be the 4th level. Okay, are you ready for the 5th level? I would just love it if somebody would do this level. Level 5 is participate in the video session, do the weekly homework session assignment, handwrite 2 Timothy, read Next Level with Melissa. So this is over the course of the 6 weeks. And the 5th thing you would be doing is memorize the entire book of 2 Timothy. Okay, I think that would be so great to hear that some of you are doing that. Now, I would never try and tell people they have to do it over the course of 5 weeks. Actually, what they recommend that you do is start it during the study, but continue on, and maybe it's going to take you 6 months. Maybe it will take you longer. But if you make that as your goal for this year, that would be so great. There are 4 chapters in the book of Timothy, 2 Timothy, and you could break it down and do like half a chapter a week or 5 verses a week or whatever. So you're going to be encouraged to do that, but that is going to be like only if you want to participate in all 5 levels. So girls, we can all do this, and there's a level for everybody. And if you are at all interested in God's Word and also meeting together with other women who just want to encourage you and encourage you not only in your walk with Christ, but also in the way that you mingle and interact with other women and encourage other women. We want to be women who encourage one another. And I think we're going to be learning that in this study, that we can't be content to just follow Christ and do Bible study on our own. No, we have to be bringing others alongside of us and encouraging them to do the same. So won't you join us on this study? We are really excited, and we know that it's going to be very fun, interactive, and it's going to change the way that we live. So we'll see you there.